This is the Manfrotto BeFree Live, a small fluid head for shooting video whilst travelling. Let's find out a little bit more about it. So the BeFree Live, it's quite straightforward really. It's a video head that's designed to be used with Manfrotto's BeFree tripods. Some of you may recognise this as the BeFree Colour, which I reviewed a few weeks ago. As usual, the tripod head attaches to the tripod via a 3/8 of an inch screw thread, and the panning mechanism can be locked or unlocked by just using this screw here just on the side. There isn't really any friction adjustment on this, it's simply locked tight or completely loose. However, it does provide quite a smooth panning motion. Pans and tilts are controlled via this adjustable arm here that's just on the side. It can be articulated through a whole 180 degrees, so you can adjust it exactly to the position that feels comfortable for you whilst you're using the tripod. When it comes to using the tilt control, there is once again just a tightening screw on the side of the head here. Now you can have this fully locked as it is now, or you can have it fully open. You can kind of put it in between. If you tighten it just a shade, you can still get something that's fairly smooth there. I guess this head is really designed to be opened fully so that you just get a completely smooth fluid system. And when you do this, I found that just using your thumb and forefinger to control makes it nice and smooth, and it works really well. As you can see, when the BeFree tripod and live head are folded down, it provides quite a neat portable solution for those that want to shoot video whilst they're travelling. It's not quite as neat and tidy as the cutout head that's designed for the BeFree, but it's still pretty portable, and of course you can always take the head off and carry that separately in your bag. So I do have a bit of a confession to make at this point. I used the BeFree Live on my recent trip to Iceland, but I actually used it with my Giottos travel tripod. It's smaller than the BeFree tripod and it fits the BeFree Live fluid head almost perfectly. It was a really nice combination to travel with, fitted my backpack perfectly. However, on reflection, I actually should have used the BeFree for this trip. Occasionally I found there'd be one or two of these twist leg locks on the Giottos that wouldn't be perfectly tight, and that's probably down to the fact it's cold weather, I'm wearing gloves, and I'm just not quite tightening it quite enough. Having the catch locks of the BeFree tripod would have been a far better option in this case. There would have been a definite click that they'd shut. But I just want you to know that if you are thinking of using this head with a third-party tripod, it does make a really nice travel companion. It's going to fit onto other existing travel tripods, obviously. And that's really about it in terms of features. There's a bubble spirit level just built into the base of the head here. So the head itself weighs 0.38 kilos, 380 grams, which is really nice and light for a head like this. And it can hold up to 4 kilos. I used it with the Panasonic GH5, I've used it with a Sony RX100, I've used it with a Sony A7R with the 24-70 Zeiss lens. I'd feel completely comfortable using a slightly larger DSLR, something like a 5D Mark IV on this, absolutely no problems at all. I've also found that the head's really useful in the studio for using on top of the dolly skate if I want to do some panning shots. It's just a nice size and weight to use in a small studio environment. In summary, the BeFree Live is a really nice little fluid head for shooting video when you want to travel light. Yes, it doesn't offer quite the same level of fluidity or finesse that a more heavy duty expensive head would, but for the size and price, you wouldn't expect it to either. The head costs around £90 and it's going to be markedly better than some cheaper generic heads that you'd find on Amazon or eBay. Most of these heads aren't actually fluid heads at all and instead just provide a kind of tensioner that offers some friction, but it's not a proper fluid head. When it comes to tripod and video heads, it's definitely a case of buy cheap, buy twice. If you want something affordable well built and perfect for those times when you want to travel light, then the Manfrotto BeFree Live is great. If you're already pretty serious about your videography, then you're probably going to be wanting something a little bit more heavy duty, and I'd recommend looking further up in the Manfrotto or another manufacturer's range for something that's going to be a little bit larger, have more functionality and offer a few more features. We've loads more review videos on the way, so make sure that you hit subscribe and the little notification bell so that you can make sure you keep up to date with all the latest photo gear news.